This is Papa Brad with the moment you've all been waiting for. Part 3 of the Mystery Interstellar Arcadians mod. This is how you're going to sideload ROMs onto the iiRcade and play all the classic arcade games you ever dreamed of. And that's going to start right now. Gave us the wonderful classic arcade Robbie Roto. Now that iiRcade is dead, thanks to Mystery Encoder, the Team Encoder mod, the Mystery Interstellar Arcadian software, we can play all the classics. Plays these games flawlessly. While I miss iiRcade, I want to say a huge thank you before I give this last video, part 3, how to sideload MAME Roms onto your iiRcade. I give a huge thank you to Team Encoder and all the hard work they've done. Many sleepless nights, many hours of work to make this happen. And a thank you, from me at least, one of the biggest fans of the iiRcade. You're going to use the same process I'm going to show you, and any of these games will run that I'm showing. Bangers. Who's got the bangers now? Before I get started, I want to remind everyone this is for educational purposes only. If you want to find the ROMs, you're going to need the, just Google 0.221 MAME ROM set. I will never link the ROMs here, but it's easy to find. Just do a Google search. And I just want to remind you, in a perfect world, you should legally own copies of the ROM before downloading the ROMs. But yo-ho, we know what's going to happen. And with no further ado, let's take a look at the Mystery Interstellar Arcadian mod. What is the process like? Let me make this full screen. Okay, don't panic. When you see how easy it is, there's not much to it. Okay, assuming you flashed your board successfully, and if you've gotten to part 3, you've done all the stages that I recommended you do. You still have your USB-C cable connected. You can now reassemble your control deck. You no longer need to press the Go for Broke or Mystery button, unless you need to recover, restore a backup at some time in the future. So basically, you can reassemble your control panel, put your glass back on, and reassemble your iiRcade. Make sure you leave out the USB cable so you can push games to the iiRcade, though. Today's tutorial is going to cover building games for the cabinet, as well as how to get them installed using the MIA software, the Mystery Interstellar Arcadian software, MIA. All of this is subject to change, and there could be additional steps in the future in order to get specific things working, things like leaderboards, online play, unique controls for specific games, and ROMs for lighting guns. So this is a work in progress. This is what this is, but I'm just going to show you the potential right now. There are a few different type of games you may be loading. If you obtained a game from itch.io or developer directly, it does not need to be built. You can skip this section and go to the section of the guide explaining how to push games and ignore the rest of this. So basically, if you buy a game, You're just going to put it into a folder and push it to your machine. You're not going to have to build it like we're going to do to these ROMs. Building games is when you have an APK or ROM, which you would like to build an iiRcade package to push to your board. And that's what's going to be covered in this next package. Okay. Step 1. The first step in this guide, we're going to click the APK ROM configurator as noted previously. If you don't have the package that is already built for an iiRcade cabinet, such as an APK or a ROM. Okay. Let me show that. Well, I'm just going to show the process. Okay. And we're going to enter some things in these fields. I'm going to show you with a ROM. Then after that, now that we've given a basic rundown of the application, we'll get to adding a ROM for demonstration purposes, and we'll grab a free and legal ROM from the MAME website located here. Okay, I'm going to pick the ROM Robbie Roto. That's one I really like. So let's go to that ROM. Okay. I've already downloaded the ROM. You can see it's in the free ROMs on MAME. Robbie Roto, great game. Designed by Jamie Fenton. He created Gorf and Wizard of War. I'm going to choose in this one because this is the stock game too that iiRcade ported. So I want to see if he's exactly the same. Like if I do this MAME conversion to this free ROM, is it going to play exactly the same as what iiRcade gave us? I'm thinking it will. This game, only 2,000 of them were produced, and this, in my opinion, is one of the best free games. I looked at the list. This is a game I actually like, so I'm going to do this ROM, and we're going to see how it works. So you're going to go and you're going to download the ROM. You have to click I understand that these ROMs are for non-commercial use only. So click on that box and download the ROM. Do that real quick. There. And click on this. It's only going to take a second. That's it. Robbie. Okay, it's downloaded. Okay, the next step, you're going to take that ROM from the folder wherever you downloaded it from, and you're going to put it into, here I have my Mystery Interstellar Arcadians folder. I'm going to drop this ROM into the iiGames folder, Robbie Roto. I'm going to drop it right in there. After it's been converted, it will move into the installed folder. Let me go ahead and drop that ROM into this folder. The ROM is just labeled Robbie Zip. Dropping it just like so. Now I'm going to go to the Mystery Interstellar Arcadian app, and I'm going to choose APK ROM Configurator. APK ROM Configurator. Let me switch to where you can see that. There it is right there. Okay, so for the next step, I'm going to go to the APK ROM configurator screen. Let me click on that. Okay, so you're going to go create new games file. You're going to select Robbie. It's going to say Robbie already exists. Do you want to replace it? You're always going to select yes. ROM APK file. Select Robbie again. Select open. You can leave the instruction image and background image alone. Interstellar loaded. Let's rename it. Robbie Roto. Configure your inputs. On this, don't do anything. Just the default is already set, so just click on Save Input Config. Build iiGame zip. You'll get this sign. If we got here without the error, the zip is built, you can push it now, and you're ready to go. That's all there is. So I'm gonna go over it again. You start, create new iiGames file, select the game. Go to ROM APK file, select the game. Say okay to each thing when they come up. Leave the images alone. Name the game. Configure the inputs, then close that menu. Build iiGame zip. If it works, you'll get this pop up. If you got here without an error, the zip is built, you can push it now. We're ready to push this game. To push the game, I'm going to select 4 push iiRcade games. Okay guys, I'm going over to my iiRcade. After I push the iiRcade games, what's going to happen is this window will open up on my iiRcade. And you could see Robbie.zip is there. I need to press A, add. Don't ever press C, that'll delete all your games. You don't want to do that, you just want to add. It's going to be super quick. You can see, it's like just takes a second. Add game install completed. Done. Okay, at this point, press B. You have to turn the iiRcade off and turn it back on. So I'm booting the iiRcade off. I'm going to turn it back on. iiRcade is starting up. Okay, I'm going to go to the folder that I created. Interstellar loaded. Press A. Press A. Let me point up. One player. There you go. I just installed Robbie Roto from a ROM in MAME to my iiRcade. This is a legal game that you can install. You can do this with any game that's in MAME. Test it to see how it runs. Had a lot of success. Now I'm going to share some of the games that I have successfully ported to my iiRcade right now. Okay guys, I got an update. I just did my first one that actually worked. I named it Berserk. Need to start, let's see what happens. It's not that hard. I could teach anyone to do this. This is not hard. You just have to go through each ROM and set it up to work with the iiRcade, but there you go. Man, this is going to be amazing. We're going to be able to play all kinds of classic games. This is one of my favorites, Berserk. Let's see if Evil Auto is working. He should come out any minute now.
Intruder alert, intruder alert.
Listen to that. How cool is that? How cool is that?
You can fight like a robot.
Awesome. This has been Papa Brad with a tutorial on how to sideload ROMs on iiRcade. If you enjoyed this video or you found it useful, please hit thumbs up. It helps the channel, helps the video get seen.